All right. Hi everybody. This is the Q&A video that I promised you a while back. And yeah, let's see what your questions were. I gave you about a week, and here are the questions. Actually, 6 of them. Or rather, there were only 6. And let's start with the first one. What is your favorite part about being a radio host, a Touhou admin, and so on? Being a radio host. I think the most interesting thing for me, or rather the favorite part of it, is to be able to deliver a joy time for everybody for 3 hours. And while we are having this podcasts, to getting know or to meet other people and getting to know them better, meeting people who I usually wouldn't be able to meet in real life, and on this way also to get new contacts all around the world. I guess this is the most interesting and my most favorite part of it. And also, of course, playing music that I freaking love and getting to know more music and other music than I usually listen to. As a Touhou admin, on Facebook at least, right now, I really enjoy to have this little bit of the story arc of my life with Mokutan, which you can find on my Fujiwara no Moko page on Facebook that I took over from Yuka. Link will be in the description. I really love to have this interaction with the people, also talking about this kind of things, also to be able to have a little bit of a interesting, how can I say it? It's more of a idea that I wanted to do something which is a little bit different from the usual things, but at the same time also to able to integrate my own character into this. Yeah, this is mainly, I think, my favorite part of it. Of course, at the same time, I would sometimes say there are things that I would love to increase more in style or other things, but this will be a story for another time. What's my favorite color? Black. It isn't even a color, but I don't care. That would be the most simple answer. However, I could say actually it's black, red, and blue, I would say. Yeah, these are the 3 colors that I go with the most, but despite black being not a real color, but I don't need to talk about that any longer. It will just confuse. Why the name Fujiwara no So? Well, simply put, Fujiwara, I am actually blood related with the clan. That was a simple reason. And so actually is another way to read my real life kanji. And also the kanji that I decided to use for this one is actually one that I was given by my mother when I was on my 19th birthday, and it means rising wind, and it definitely has a nice ring to it, and I really like it, and that's the reason why. This is just simply a combination out of it, and of course because Moko also is from the Fujiwara clan, it was very simple to get all the things together. Please tell us your feeling about briefly about the podcast from start to now. Well, it is actually a very interesting thing, because when I started, I was very curious if it would actually be something that would have some kind of success. And to be bluntly honest, I was getting in absolutely, naive, thinking that it would be a very easy start. Starting it with German, and the reason why was because there wasn't a German podcast at that time for Touhou. Still, there is no. But thought it would be a project that would be a very successful thing, but turned out to be absolutely utterly wrong, as it failed dramatically. You've got to imagine the first podcast I had usually at average, at maximum, 2 people watching, and most of the time, about 75% of the time of the podcast, I was all alone. and nobody was watching. There were a few reasons for it. First of all, the time when I was podcasting, because I was thinking it would be in the afternoon, the night would be better. Then the other thing was that, I didn't have the reach, and it wasn't that interesting apparently. And so I really was upset about it. But I still thought, I can't give up right now. I've got to do something more. It will be successful at some point. And so I gave it a little bit of a summer break, or at least that's what I thought. And when I was in Japan at that time, it was last year in summer, I visited my aunt, and at their place I decided to do a spontaneous stream in English. And suddenly a handful of people popped up, and slowly the whole thing evolved into something else. And especially with the name change into Touhou Radio Next Gen, rather than Touhou Radio Germany, it slowly increased in number and also in viewer rates, and in the end it turned out to be a great success. I was really happy, and when I saw that I finally reached 100 subscribers, I was surprised first. I was like, wow, 100 people are watching me right now. This is a surprise. I didn't expect that to happen. And a while later I got my 150, and around when I had 120 actually earlier, I said, you know what, this will be impossible, but if we reach 200 subscribers until the end of this year, I will do a special radio podcast where I do an endurance race. And this one turned out to be the 6-hour special after I got 200 subscribers. And a while later, I was under feeling, that's it, we are right in the move. Now it just can go upwards. We reached at some time, surprisingly, also the 300 subscribers in a very short time. It was like the first 200 subscribers were very hard to earn, but after that it slowly starts to speed up, or at least that's what I thought. Actually, the viewer rates dropped, and the subscriber numbers per average dropped also very suddenly. And I thought, why could it be? And apparently there is a limit to it, and from now on it will be a little bit more difficult to get to the next level, which will be about 400 subscribers. But if we would reach it, I think after that it will start to gain momentum again. It's just in a difficult position, because with the 300 subscribers we are right now in a kind of this mediocre up medium level of streams and podcasts. And of course I would like to increase the numbers of subscribers as well, but on the other hand I'm actually fine with it, because right now we've got a group of, I would say, very loyal fans that are watching our streams as much as possible, as often as possible, and also who are very active on our Discord channel, and I really appreciate all of you, and I'm fine with it right now. Like, as I said a while back, I just taking a break to get all the things settled, and then I will return. But there is no rush right now for me to get all the things done. Well, this is at least the basic idea of it. Yeah, this is actually my thoughts on it. I've got to say that I'm very surprised that when I was at the start I was very optimistic, and then it drastically turned into, how can I say, bitterness, frustration, because it didn't work out as well. But because I didn't give up, I guess, because a lot of people said you can do it, just keep it up and you will do it. That's the reason why it turned out to be a great end. That's why we are here. That's why we ended up to be someone like this, or a podcast like this. And I've got to thank all of you, because you're all a part of it. Yeah, that would be actually my main thoughts on it, I guess. So, the penultimate question is, what will you do if the broadcast becomes way bigger to the point when changing its organization becomes necessary? Well, that would actually mean it will be around, I don't know, 1,600 subscribers or something like that, because until that I got the feeling we will get it somehow, the whole thing managed. I guess the first thing I would do is either increasing the number of mods, or I will do some auto mods, so bots, to control the chats in the live chat and also control the things on Discord server. Organization wise for the whole podcast, I think there won't be a lot of changes, because I want to go with the whole same formula that I had so far. But I really hope at the same time, when we get to a specific high level of attention, that other circles, like, I don't know, Tamaons or Amateurs or Shibayan, or other circles or artists will join us at some point, or give us their license to play their songs for free, or rather without any kind of worries about copyrights. Because you've got to know that the only people that I get copyright claims are iOSs, and that by right. And I think each circle has a right to claim their own copyrights for it, because they've got their own songs, they worked hard for it, and I'd understand if they think they don't make any profit out of it, that they don't want it, and I'm fine with it. However, I would like to have more connections that I can have the rights to play their songs. For example, like I got the free or I got the allowance from Babe Music / Frozen Starfall, and also from Milkychan, aka Divinal, that I can play their songs on the podcast without hesitation, and they've made some awesome songs, as well as of course Zazie, and I'm really glad about it. And I think the main thing that I would really like to work for, if I get to a very high number of viewers and the broadcast becomes a real thing, and I actually, maybe when I open a Patreon page or whatever, and it starts out to even make some profit, I think that would be the right time to ask people that I always wanted to have in my podcast, like Travis. As you all know, Travis Stevens is one of my all-time goals to have as a guest on my podcast, because I freaking love his music, and I really like the way how he manages things, and how much he changed the way of Eurobeat in Touhou. Because I got to say, a lot of people say Eurobeat and Touhou, there are other people who are important into it. Of course, I would agree, but however, if I got to say who is the main face of Touhou Eurobeat, it's hands down, it's Travis, and I really, really appreciate his attention. For example, recently I started the so-called Odyssey Eurobeat Mondays, which will be one Touhou Eurobeat each Monday of the week, and what a stupid, one Eurobeat per week on Monday, and that's the way how we should start the week, I say, with a bit of motivation, with a good heap of joy, and that's the reason why. And he already liked it, and it was something that I really appreciated to see, and that also showed me that even a very small channel like mine can reach out to someone that famous like him, or people, as I said, Babe Music and all the others who are even releasing their songs on the Japanese cons and all around the world. It's just amazing how far now my connection reaches because of you guys, and I really appreciate all of you who helped me to get to know other people, and they tell me, you've got to meet these people and that people, and for example, I can't wait until Hourai Teahouse is releasing their game. They're very working hard on it, and you should check them out, because they absolutely deserve more attention for their project. and I'm really looking forward for it to be published. Yeah, that's actually the things that I would say which are important if something like the broadcast becomes bigger. But as I say, we are right now at 300, and I said if we got over 1,000 or 1,600, then it might be a good point. Why 1,600? Because 1.5k would be a very good number, and then plus 100 would establish the whole thing. That would mean that I'm at least a very good mediocre YouTuber at that point, and from there on it will be there will be reasons or waypoints to decide what to do and what to change. And this is actually maybe a good point to announce that I finally found a good bunch of people for my book project, audiobook project, and there will be a trailer coming out, I hope soon. At the same time, I'm also working very closely still with Duke of Pegasus, and there will be another song be launched, I guess, soonish as well. And well, it will be something different, and we've got also a few other people in it who you maybe know, and it will be a blast. You will enjoy the one as well. Yeah, basically that's most of it. So let's come to the last question. Also, is that so? Screw it, I'm out. Gosh.